Ooh, all right, Aries, let's go. Let's see what our message is gonna be for the month of. Oh, I gotta get me some more rider rates. These just stand out. Like, I didn't just. They through. They through like these braids, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go. Let's see what's going on for the month of October. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Queen of Pentacles is around. I don't like that one. Queen of Pentacles says keep being though. Not saying that I don't like it though, but it's coming out reversed. It is coming up brave from a spiritual or money matter type concept with somebody that's I say Queen of Pentacles is not like the best style type energy. I don't know if it's a feminine aspect or that could be like the aspect. Again, I don't know why. Who is this that's more astrologically? But Venus in Leo is more like the Queen of Pentacles reverse type energy. That's where it's like, oh, it's like doing the things like necessary to get attention is coming out from um doing whatever, saying whatever to get what it needs, but it's no regards because it wants what it wants for itself. That's Queen of Pentacles. That's why I say keep popping up. Well, it could be just about the aspect of being someone focused on money. Let's go. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Oh, I'm almost through shuffling. I bet y'all like, girl, I know we go through this every time, but I'm still not through shuffling. Yours. Fast. Patience, patience, time. That's love. Let's go. We got, what's that? Two of Swords reversed. We got Four Cups. We got the Moon reversed. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Tower type moment. We got the Strength reversed. We got the Knight of Pentacles. We got the Hangman reversed. Woo! We got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We got the Justice. We got the High Priestess. We got the Hierophant reversed. Overall mood, we got King of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords. What is going on, sweetie? Sweetie. What is going on, though? Like, that ass, though. Woo! Because what was it, last month? I said that, though. Last month, y'all was going to do that. Okay, overall mood, we got King of Pentacles. King of Swords, though, ideally, though. I don't know if it's got something to do because the Hierophant is reversed. I don't know if it's got something to do with same-sex relationships. So I tell you, Hierophant comes out reversed. They got something to do with same-sex relationships. Could be two dudes or two women or two. It's like two dudes or two feminists with two strong masculine personalities or whatever the case may be. Because King of Pentacles and the King of Swords could be like an irrational style type relationship or a financial pending style, like a financial relationship. Though King of Pentacles could be somebody who, when it comes out, it speaks of somebody who necessarily needs to learn how to be more open to give, and it also is related to the number 9. I think that's the Virgo style type energy, the number 9, King of Pentacles. Because let's talk about giving and necessarily stubborn, necessary type style energy. King of Swords, I tell you, that's somebody who could be necessarily emotionally manipulative for money. So I don't know who this is. Some legal type battle though. On the bottom of the deck, we got 10 of Wands again, reverse. We have that Queen of Pentacles, so you just got something to do with financial type matter or just doing certain things for attention type aspects, beating a dead horse. And we also got 4 swords, so we got the Page of Pentacles. If this shit come up one more goddamn time, woo! We got the Magician here. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Page of Pentacles. You hear me say Page of Pentacles. That could you hear me say? Ooh, I'm trying to put my leg up. Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, though. I told you with the Magician, though, that's somebody who necessarily could be not having all the Magician is somebody who doesn't have all the elements necessarily that they need. It could be somebody that necessarily in a state of that doesn't care. It could be like you sitting back if you're the King of Pentacles in a like hangman type of position where it's kind of like a person who would be so accustomed to doing the same thing. No. It's like I kind of feel like on this end it's kind of like a no, but for some of y'all though, this could be like a child, a parent type piece. So I don't know who is this, or it could be like a child, a parent, an older sibling, younger sibling, age, whatever it is, like style. If it's a marriage, relationship, commitment, but it's kind of like somebody's like no. I say the Queen of Pentacles energy is the epitome of Venus and Leo, where somebody's like does certain things for attention. So the Queen of Pentacles will sit up here and say, okay, yeah, we can do this or we can do this to get necessarily what they want to get out scot free. So it kind of like they push the load onto somebody else instead of taking the accountability for certain things that they're supposed to do. All right, now that I got that shit out the way, cause whew, girl, okay. We got Two of Swords reversed. Yay! And then we got Eight of Swords and the Tower and the Justice. I guess they say the truth shall set you free, right? Wait a minute, y'all. I'm back. I said the truth shall set you free. Like the reason why I said that though. Wait a minute. Whew. Okay, the reason why I said that though, the truth shall set you free. Really though, because it's kind of like it looks like in the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords, it's like stress to worry, like the crown chakra type of awakening understanding where you hear me say like Aries, this has been going on for y'all a lot. I told you like in the form of downloads because a month ago it was kind of like you went to the Hierophant and the Hierophant could be an elder, a preacher, or a teacher or somebody ideally though for something and it's like you backpedaled your way out of it and said, no, I'm not ready. For some of y'all, though, I think the truth necessarily doesn't matter because you do got another divinity card, which is the High Priestess, where you would kind of like, no, I'm done. And this is like the Libra type card where like the truth, the understanding, the justice, what is fair or balancing, maybe saying, okay, how do I get myself out of this? Or I just say, hell the fuck no. Because tower moments, you hear me say, we're at that point where things is like, where things just necessarily went too awry. Let me just say that. Because you got Four Cups, though. I told you true Four Cups though. You got Strength reverse, and you also have the Knight of Pentacles as well, and you also have the High Priestess though. Some of y'all though intuitively know like whether it's a situation you're dealing with emotional type matters, even if it's like the fiery, chaotic, stormy, needing to get out or emotionally and like mentally imploding situations on other people. It's like okay, all right, okay, I went too far. Like it's knowingly though. For some of y'all though, going with certain tax idea or for certain situations, you would kind of like, I don't feel so good though. That's what I said. For some of y'all though, it's kind of like somebody's like, oh yeah, let's do this, and you kind of like, no, I don't know. So it's either somebody telling you no, or you telling somebody else no, and it's kind of like, I don't know, no, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to. Things like that type of style. To where I tell you, Four Cups is the energy where it speaks of. To me, it's say you can dish it, but you can take it. Because Three of Cups, I told y'all, like that's you got the Hangman here, so it's kind of like those cups stacked up. It's kind of like you done seen the situation play out, whether it's you and your own emotions, because Four Cups does speak to that. Being in your own bag emotionally to the point where you do shit to the point where it's like, look now. Like it's kind of like divine's like, look now, you see that? So it's kind of like that's where you hear me say. I think for y'all in the month of, like I said, September and October, where it feels like you necessarily getting your crown chakra rocked, like with facts, downloads, understanding, like nudges, spiritual nudges, like to go in situations or to try things differently when it comes to you and your happiness. Okay, you got the moon here reverse. I tell you there's some truth, there's some understanding. I tell you that's like the blockage, all this shit out the way. And you also have the hangman, the nine of pentacles, and you have the high priestess. That's why I said for one of y'all though, it's the same thing. Like either you keep doing the same thing ideally though to feel self-fulfilled, like going in a state of when you deal with your happiness, or on the latter it got something to do with like a money type matter. So it's kind of like somebody who gets themselves in a financial type of situation. It's kind of like, oh yeah, well, da 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 da. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and it's kind of like they never can deliver on certain things. I will say that though. Or either you're the person to where like you say in the Queen of Pentacles, you could be the person that's in the Queen of Pentacles energy where, oh, I can do this, I can do this. And it's kind of like leaving somebody in a state of like, what if? Because the Nine of Pentacles speaks of a person like who, like, to me, this speaks of like when the harvest is already ripe. But it's kind of like if somebody comes up and say, "Hey, can I get something from your garden?" Whether it's in a state of helping or giving or even buying, you say, "No, I'm fine. We're good." It's kind of like that type of energy, and somebody's like, "Okay," walks off like this energy though. So that's what I say it's weird though. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I tell you that it's weird. I tell you that though. But it ain't nothing new with some of y'all though. Something new, y'all. All right, let's go. You got Wheel of Fortune though. I tell you that's the harvesting season. That's completing certain things. But for some of y'all though, this is the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. For some of y'all, it's a new beginning in a relationship though. That's why I say I feel like it's a new start though. Because Two of Swords, it was like partnering up or you choosing you or need to understand if you're going forward in relationships though. Because I did see that months ago where y'all were trying to be in relationships, and I told you it was like at one point where y'all were like hyperly negative. So I think for that, it was recoiling like love coming in your life. Or it was bringing negative about situations to show you in a divinity style type purposes where it was like bringing you this form of awareness to say, oh, I always meet people this and I always meet people this. So it kept showing you the reason why some of y'all wasn't listening. For some of y'all, if it's business and contractual style type matters. For some of y'all, though, you hear me say with this Nine of Pentacles, going through certain things, it's like, oh, I'm gonna give it another shot or give it another go or repairing something based on old. It's an old relationship, though. I kind of feel like maybe the scales are balanced, like with the tower type moment for somebody finally hitting their head and saying like, okay, all right, okay, I finally see. Like that type of style, though. But I tell you, it's like this fluctuating energy of somebody that's the Queen of Pentacles that want to get something like somebody wants to get something from you, you trying to. It's like you trying to get somebody, you trying to get something from somebody, or you trying to tell somebody you can give them something. But I feel like it's this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to speak too soon because we got the word reverse. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. I tell you, they got something to do with business, partnerships. 3 of Wands, and you got the 3 of Pentacles here. Wait a minute. Yes. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Okay, no. My bad. Oh no, I said the Wheel of Fortune versus the Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords. It could be some partnership, some contract, or waiting for something though. But the Three of Pentacles is an apprentice style type chip. So it could be something that somebody has, something that you want, but it's kind of like ideally though that you don't want to learn. So it gives me like a fast paced type something because the Queen of Pentacles can say yeah, because it wants what it wants. But ideally though, when it comes to the learning style type matter, it doesn't want to put in. And it's kind of like communicating or learning style type matter because the Ace of Swords is that it's reversed, so it has an old way of doing certain things. So I don't know if it's a new coming in or like you coming to this like new state of awareness, or you just keep trying to manifest or call in from a state of unconventional bully style. I want this, but it's like no logic that goes with it. 10 of Swords. I'm so okay, we got 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. I got my head. You got quiet here in the mid reading, so I was like, let me just go ahead and cut it on. You got 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. We got 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah. All right, okay. I had to get that to bounce back. Ooh, okay. Okay, all right. My bad. I'm off my game though. That's like y'all energy though, because I told you I have been channeling, tapping into Aries energy. It's so everywhere. And it's just like all over the place. I'm like, how shit. I don't know. I'm saying like, cause I've been channeling into it though. Like you hear me say, sometimes I'm trying to like get midway there when I'm doing readings or trying to figure out ideally though. So that's how them just hit. But it was like with that one, it's just like if you doing shit, how the fuck you got time to think? Like, let's get back into it though. But you got Ten of Swords, and I tell you the Eight of Pentacles though. So Ten of Swords, you hear me say this could be in a space of where this is like tiresome, this is harsh communication, but it's also like tired, worried, like this is more obligations, picking up certain things if it's from a business style type relationship though. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, necessarily for a financial type gain or abundance though. And then you got Six of Pentacles. Hey, that's weird. That's number 14. Number 14. Mm. What's number 14? I'm trying to think of it. No, that's not that. That's Temperance. No, it's not Temperance, which is 14. No, 15 was Capricorn energy. I had that wrong. 14. This is the Temperance energy. Okay. My bad. Six of Pentacles versus the Six of Swords, though. Going back to that, that goes back to the Four of Swords, where you hear me say it's like that anxiety, that worry, that fear. It could be waiting, awaiting something, returning back to something, to get something, to need. If it's in a style of relationship now, for one of y'all though, it feels like if you try to call in love, it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready for it. Like that's what it kind of gives me. If it's like repairing or partnership or businesses or whatever the case may be, it's this idea of I want to do this, but I like that's what it is though. It's kind of like it's an emotional. If it's like some passion project, ideally for you, it's coming off in the Queen of Pentacles energy. I want to do this. 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 But it's biting off more than you can chew. If it's a relationship though, it's like one of y'all returning back to something. For some of y'all though, it looks like if it's a relationship type style, I'm telling you, it's like a competitive nature. I will say that though. It looks very competitive though. Ace of Pentacles, you got the I got the song in my head. You got the double reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups. I'll tell you, if it's a relationship though, one of y'all, it's like a competitive style type relationship though. It's kind of like, no, I can do this though. Like that's what it's kind of giving me. It's like a triumphing. I'm gonna get this. This is going to be mine. That type of style, or it's like a competitive. It's like a competitiveness. Because if it's like two dudes, then necessarily if it's like or feminine, even if it's not just necessarily the same style or relationship, it's kind of like these two dudes wanting the same thing. Because the King of Pentacles is kind of like somebody could be coming after something you want, or you going after somebody else, something somebody else want. Like, does that make sense? Or if it's like balancing, because you have the Queen of Pentacles versus the Page of Pentacles, it's like a blended family and two people that necessarily that don't know how to get on the same page when it comes to a blended family type style. So it's like now at the point of where it's like, hey, let's go to court, let's do this, da, 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 da. It's like trying to withhold. It's like getting some sort of understanding though. So that's why I said, or if it's siblings or younger type dynamic. But for one of y'all though, if it's like still siblings or relationships or same sex, somebody has horrible spending type time, or somebody works, somebody does, and somebody gives, and it's like tiring to the aspect though. I would say that, but it looks very out of order. I would say that. Two Pentacles out. That's what I said. Judgment double for some of y'all are trying to date, and it's kind of like if you dating, it's fluctuating for some of y'all. Y'all dating a lot. Though. I would say that y'all like trying to pin it down on like I'm saying it's a King of Swords, so you could be missing with an air sign or an earth sign. The King of Swords could be. I said it. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that before I start talking too soon. Yeah, y'all be like, ugh, I ain't trying to click no dots for nobody. You got Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. You got, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Lovers, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and you got the Saggy energy. Take this out. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna keep it to you straight. Let me flip my hand to the opposite side. Bam. For some of y'all, I told y'all acting in the Queen of Pentacles style. So if it's a relationship endeavor, some of y'all are trying to say certain things to get a person, and I don't feel like it's a King of Cups or a Queen of Cups type style. I don't see the King of Cups. I really don't see the emotional type aspect. It could be for happiness or overall happiness, or ideally for what you want. Like, I don't know though, but for some of y'all, though, it gives me a compensatory type situation. For some of y'all, if it's a business style type matter, I feel like one of you guys are in the narrative of the batch. It's like one of y'all are in this batch of, okay, well, I need this, I need this, I need a, or I need this mentor, I need this person, I need this, I need this. So it's willing to do whatever. It's like willing to say whatever to get what it wants, but I don't think you really can feel that position though, because it goes from the Ten of Swords to it's drained to it's tired, and then it goes into work. So it's like working for it actually requires more than just you communicating and speaking. Is that making sense? Then you got here where you hear me say if this is the co-parenting of two people, where it's like, say for instance, if you are feminine and you're dating and this is your baby dad, or you are masculine, this is your uh baby mom and baby new father, whatever the case may be, or a blended style relationship, none of y'all can get on the same page because it seems like it's the financial type aspects or the lack of boundaries. For some of y'all, words, if it's this or you're dating, I feel like your family lacks boundaries. So one of y'all, either way it go when it comes to family type aspects, lack of financial type planning, giving, doing, understanding logic that goes with it. One of y'all lack boundaries. Either way it goes, somebody lacks boundaries. Bam. Okay, let's get to that. Boom. So now that we go forward. For some of y'all from the business style type technique, for some of y'all, it's like trying to keep a couple steady, but at the same time, it's kind of like I'm trying to keep this here. Nine of Cups, the contractual agreement, like, but it's here though. Because you got Three of Wands reverse. I mean, you got Three of Swords reverse, Ace of Wands reverse, and you have the Temperance though. So it's like one hand watches the other though. So for some of y'all though, it's like, okay, if it's a negotiation style process, okay, well, you give me this and I will do this. But it's like how, like, whoo, I know exactly what it is. I ain't saying it out loud. But it's kind of like you give me this, I give you this. From one hand, watching the other type complex or whatever, like the understanding of those type of things. But it's like, are you? If a person's not budging, it comes out very. I tell you, like sociopathism is like the behavior of I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this, I'm a pretend. It comes off in a pretend. So you could mean it, but it comes out very, because the lover's energy is a very strong type energy. It is, but it's like, okay, but I told you with the hair from reverse, it's the forcing style. So the hair from reverse will be like, no, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do. So it's like, no, you're gonna go along with the program. So it's kind of like the energy. So that's why I said I don't know about that. You got Hermit reverse, you have the Scorpionic energy, the Nine of Wands. You also have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Wands. That's why I said it's like a very forcing technique. So it's kind of like if you say you can deliver on something or doing something, somebody's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Because with the Hermit reverse and the strength, I mean, the Hermit reverse and the Scorpionic energy, it's kind of like it's a vulnerability or the unknown, or necessarily not communicating, but it's like transitions and it puts somebody in an open type state. And then it goes to the Six of Cups because maybe it wasn't like that much trust in the past. Because the Nine of Swords there is kind of like insomnia. I told you that's like words that's left unsaid, feelings, the emotional type state. Then it goes to the Page of Swords, and then it goes to the Four of Wands type energy. So that's why I said it's kind of like room where it's like words that was left unsaid. That's why I said it's weird. It's weird though. That's why I said for one of y'all though, it's weird. Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups. Ten of Wands, Five of Cups. Five. It goes back to the Ace of Cups. Yeah, okay, all right. And then it goes to Ten of Wands minus the Four of Wands, and it goes back to the Six of Wands. So it's attention, needing to be seen, or understanding, or first, or like that's the epitome of the Leo energy. I said that there. So it's coming out that way, ideally. So if you want something, ideally, though, I tell you, it's like somebody wants it, but communicating, it could be taxing. So it's like when it comes to actions, they think they do, and it's like that. So it's not getting them necessarily what they need. So when the Temperance card come in, which that speaks of like the balance and the understanding, one hand washes the others. It's kind of like you only getting what you're pouring into it. So if it's a relationship and somebody's like, "Oh well, babe, you don't have time for me. You're doing this," and then on the other hand, somebody's saying the same thing. So it's like you keep pouring the same water into each other. Like that's what it is. It's like you only pouring just enough. I could see if this one was the pond and like in the part where it seems them scooping down. And then you hear me say like if this was a videography type part where somebody was scooping into the water and pouring into there, and yeah. But for some y'all though, we're just like, oh, don't worry about it, I got it. So that's where like the financial type aspect to where somebody could be cutting somebody out though, because it's like I got it. It's coming from me, but what am I getting from you? So for some of y'all, somebody may see you as the temperance card, the abundance, where you're sitting on the water, the overflow, and somebody don't see that you necessarily they think that it's this. Oh, I'm gonna take from the cup. I'm gonna take from the pond and I'm gonna pour it into you. But actually, you're kind of like I'm taking from my own to give to you. So I don't know. That's why I said that's tricky though. Woo, girl, y'all reading is tough. On the bottom of the deck, we got two of wands. I tell you, that's the unknown. That's the fear. That's making a decision. That goes back to the world where the incompleted, where it's like I don't know. It doesn't feel sure. You got Queen of Wands. I tell you, Queen of Wands is an action base. This could be a teamwork, partnership, or whatever the case may be. Conjunction, junction. I don't know why the fuck I want to say that, but let's just go with it. Conjunction, junction. What's your? I know I said that though. Conjunction is to add two things together. Yes, I knew it was gonna hit something, so that's why I said the Queen of Wands got the Star reverse. I tell you, there could be loss or situations or dealing with financial. I tell you, that could be seen. And you also have Emperor here, but you also got the Knight of Cups reverse and the Knight of Swords. So I told you it's very emotional because y'all done got like a lot of cups. It's like from your own emotional need type style relationship. Or with business, it's kind of like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this coming. I'm so sociopathic that somebody's like, chill. Or whatever the case may be. It's like, what can you do? And it's kind of like from that perspective. So that's why I said it's like somebody's negotiating up and saying, oh, well, I can give this if you give me this. And somebody's like, how do I know? So that's what it is. I told you that though. And I told you if it's a temperance energy, it's kind of like somebody's like, well, what am I gaining if I give to you? I know I said the conjunction junction. What's your function? And somebody from a financial type aspect, they may look at you as the conjunction that keeps something together, or you may look at somebody else as the conjunction to keep something together, like but and yet, like those type of things. Whatever the case may be. So that's why I said we going. For some of y'all though, it looks like I'm telling you, it's like if you're in a relationship style, it's like you're saying, no, I want it. Or you're dating multiple people. I will say that though, or somebody's trying to date multiple people trying to date what you want. Or it could be the divisions, the family, the boundaries, all those different types of things. Executing, understanding. Whew, it's a lot, baby. Let's go. We'll see what them cards though I do. But I might we at 28. Let me see. I might pull from the moon. Clarify on top of those just to see if I'm hitting on the money because it's like y'all just doing it, ain't thinking. Ooh, sit down, sit down. I feel like that's y'all doing. Like doing, thinking, it's all over the place. It's doing too much. I feel like from the energy that I have necessary to shift it into, it's just all over the place. It's like all over the place. I would say that. I don't know. Whatever that means for you, it's like mentally scattered. It's like this mentally scattered all over the place. It's like, yeah, I can, all right, okay, cool, do it. And it's like, what is you doing? Mm. Mm. Aries. They had this. They did. Aries and Taurus could be ones that you could kick out. Nothing will cover the situation. I told you that could be at a point where you acting too early, or I told you the fruit is ripe from the picking. Play with the nine of pentacles, so it's kind of like overly abundant, or greed, or materialism, or the garden is overstuffed to where somebody doesn't make time to say, "Oh shit, let me go out here and pick out these goddamn coins." So now the stalk and everything is so high. Ideally, though, when it comes from you to take time to look and see what you have, it's an overflow. So now you got to do something to get rid of it, or necessarily make sales, or do certain things, and that's where it's coming off in a Queen of Pentacles reverse type style. Be bold and make the first move, yeah, but damn, we need time to think. So you just if it's a relationship type matter, that's what I said. For some of y'all, you talking and talking and talking instead of making the first move. The masculine style type aspect, I told you should check that out though. That came out in what we call the cheetah type aspect, where I was like utilizing the masculine aspect. Where I'm talking about a lot of men necessarily in this day and age that got comfortable. So it's like the fluctuating. No, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna let her do this. No, you decide because you don't want nobody wasting your time as well. It's kind of like that. Your hard work is paying off. We did see that though. From a financially abundance card, because you really see like a lot of negativity, like cards, money, financially taken away. So I will say that though. Your hard work is paying off. And then you got what do you need to release and to step out of your comfort zone. The balancing of the scales, the Libra energy. Like, what is it that you need to release moving forward to keep things flowing? So that's why I said it's probably overstock, checking, letting go, getting rid of old clothes, certain things that you necessarily don't need, gifting, giving away. It's like those type of things letting go in your life. What this old ways you commute, talk to yourself, deal with all those. I'm trying to find my other cards. Whether it's the way you commute, the way you talk to yourself, date, whatever, it's kind of like getting rid of that shit. Like it's the time to get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. What am I doing though? It's like get rid of it. Get around it. I'm finna go take a break. It seems dark outside, but it's a little nippy because it was raining. So I'm like, do I want to put my onesie on or not? Because I got some shorts on. And I don't want to be wearing how you. And then somebody like, you got that shit. I'm like, I don't got it. Alright, let me stop playing. I was like, you got that shit. And I'm like, I ain't got that. You got that. Forgot that. I was like, you got that shit. I ain't got that. Slowly drifting. Alright, y'all. I just got caught up in the Ooh, let's see what animals that you need to use or what is going to be going on for you to be able to make the first move. What is it that you need? Spirit guides, spirit animals. I don't know if y'all work with them or not, but what is it that you need to release? Like, what is paying off? First card out. He got a horse. The oyster. Okay, I told you that this is overstock. I tell you the oyster necessarily it hides what it has. So for some of you, you could have something that's grateful and abundant, but you're in a Queen of Pentacles style type way, reverse. So it's coming out selling, soliciting, and it's kind of like not in a space of believing in what it is that you necessarily have. So the oyster could hide its worth or the pearls or the jewels that it has. So I'm gonna read why it's out of balance. How could you bring it into balance? I say he got a horse. I'm just playing. The the tiger speaks of, like you hear me say, a sensuality type time. That is a sacral chakra or whatever the case may be for people who are into their sexual style type nature or not, or don't utilize their sex medic or whatever the case may be. But it speaks of like reproducing the sensuality, feminine energy, the understanding, those type of aspect though. But it's reversed though. And we got the wolf. The leader of it. We got the wolf. Do I want that? Let me see. Let me see. And the elk though, I didn't want that though. Dragon. Solar plex. I tell you, there was a watch call though in the. I said that though. Let me tell you, Leo, Virgo, Taurus had heart chakra. Leo, Aquarius had heart chakra and solar plex. Scorpio and Taurus had sacral. So that's what I said. So yeah, that peacock. I tell you, how do you deal with the attention or necessarily wanting to give it. The nightingale could be a song or music or understanding, like needing to be seen. It speaks clearly. It shows the otter necessarily. I tell you, this could be a more playful type time. So I tell you that Venus and Leo will have you around the house like babe, 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 pushing each other buttons, and then when one of you just snap the fuck off, it's kind of like, oh, I didn't mean to, or whatever the case may be, because the otter necessarily. Um, Maybe it's a time and a place. That's how y'all read the order. I take them down. I tell you the will. It speaks of wisdom and abundance and moving forward. And a lot of y'all cards is like shadowy. Let me just say that though. So it's like shadowy. Okay. He got a horse. Alright, y'all. For those of you who get it, who get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna explain it. He's got a horse. He's got a horse. He's got a horse. That fella there's got a horse. Alright, okay, yeah. Mm. When the wolf is in balance, it is reliable, democratic, and it is fearless. When it is out of balance, but the card is not reversed, it is judgmental and it is very dominating. To bring into balance, practicing letting go. So for some of y'all know y'all have like wolf type leadership type skills, but for some of y'all know I think that's the reliable, the understanding to where it's like no feeling burnt out or necessarily wanting to say no or always being there for other people. It's kind of like when you go for things that you want, you have to come off in a Queen of Pentacles style type way, where you have to over solicit or sell yourself. Okay, the horse is momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. When it is out of balance, it runs away and it feels weak. To bring into balance, it is strength training. So that's about taking on what you do. It is physical stamina. It is exercise. It is meditating. I said that though from y'all energy is like so much ground. It's confusing as hell. It's like, what are you doing? Um, yeah, that's why I said it's like exercise and like meditating for some of y'all. If y'all don't exercise, which is cool. It's just walking. Whatever it is though. But it says strength training. All right, let's get to the ultra, because the ultra, when the ultra is out of balance, it is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, we go water. The ultra. Ultra. It don't say that it's ultra. Ooh, it grips. It is reluctant and it clams to bring into balance. Share something. Then I say some of y'all gotta release something. So some of y'all like in the Nine of Pentacles where y'all been hoarding, emotional hoarding, or friendship, or financial, necessarily whatever it is, or stacking, or dealing with certain things. It could be relinquishing or letting go. So if it's like if you're trying to call in love, ideally though, where you need support, that means that you have to start creating boundaries or relationships necessarily in your life. If it's clothes, ideally though, it's like giving away necessarily what doesn't serve you. If it's businesses, overstock, prices, cheap sales, all those different types of things. If it is the way you need cater to, that's possibly going through the refrigerator, that is, I don't know, whichever way you want to be loved, whether it's like somebody feeding you, cooking for you, ideally though, if it's a home or trying to remake a home, it's like letting go of certain things that's necessarily bound, keeping you tethered to a mentally state. But to bring into balance, it said to share something, baby, baby. Right, okay. Tiger, the tiger, the tiger, the tiger. Lunar forces, ease in darkness. I said that though a lot of y'all cards are very shadowy. When it is out of balance, it is overly stimulated. And that's because you hear me say like fire signs are crossed by air signs. So there's intellect, information, being around certain places, consuming until you're in the mind or whatever the case may be. So consuming. To bring into balance, it's a I don't know what the fuck that say. It's a Tara. I don't know. It's Tara Taka. It's true. I don't know. It's Tara Taka. But it's candle gazing. So it's like gazing into the candles or whatever. So when you find yourself aloof, so it could be doing like light, and ideally though, or looking into the light. So you can't necessarily stare into the sun, but it could be moon gazing, ideally though, for those type of things. Get to yourself. There's nothing to fear in the stillness itself, awaking your own power. So that's why I said for some of y'all, though, going back to that style. Going back to their style, and then we're gonna read the what do I need to release. I bet y'all like, girl, I know, right? It's y'all in the I tell you, it's all over the place. I had myself, and then y'all see me just dig into the music, and then it just went crashed. Okay, when the otter is out of balance, it is gloomy. It sighs. It makes silly jokes. To bring into balance, it is to dance or to celebrate. That's why you hear me say I had to stop. It's a unobstructed joy, playfulness, and uncontentment. Because I tell y'all that's the thing about is it Mercury or Mars? I think it's Mercury and Aries. And that's where we at now. It could be overly excited or like happily negative. And it's like ain't no in between. And that's where the spread number where we're talking about the temperance, the gauge, the patience, the understanding what you consume, what you give, what you're pouring into, like what's giving you, like that style type of energy. And rough, I'm saying it's like a horse, where it's like speed and rough, and it just goes. And it's like, oh, I feel so good. And somebody's like, me. On the other hand, they'd be like, child, let that motherfucker tie themselves out. And not to the point of where it's like sad, gloomy, depressed, or whatever case may be. Like, nah, let that motherfucker tie themselves out. As long as they ain't bothering me and like one of y'all spouses, or if you're in a relationship, somebody says that, let them tie themselves out. I don't give a fuck. Like somebody even says that though, like, you let them do whatever they gotta do, as long as they ain't bothering me. Like one of y'all spouses say that though. All right, though, what do I need to release as we wrap this thing on up? The warning moon points to us falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle, you pull this card, it is a sign that a situation has peaked for better or for worse. It's time for you to go easier. It is the autumn and the winter cycle. So, what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it still can be gently suggesting that you let something go or stop trying so hard. It is safe to let go and move on. Move forward with little resistance as possible. It's not the time to start a new project. Releasing emotional baggages is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation and yoga. And by the way, check out my blog on Court. Soon you will see what lies ahead. At the time of the warning cycle, take a moment to look up into the skies every night. You will see the moon cycle grow smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to any. Drawing this card suggests your situations in the autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. Did you hear me say that though? So some of y'all, ideally though, if you want it, or you've been juggling back and forth, it's kind of like either you gonna sit there and be in the what if, I think I do, or you gonna make a move and you're gonna miss out on it regardless. So that works for you. That's what I said. In the spirit of cleansing, cleaning, letting certain things go, or whatever the case may be, because it seems like the autumn leaves are falling. And it seems like the autumn leaves are falling. Like I said, y'all energy is just all over the place. Like it's just doing too much. I'm thinking like I just tapped into it. I'm like, what the fuck you thinking about? Like, now. And it's just like it's just there. It's just idle. It's like, what are you doing? I'm thinking like that's the energy that I just been like this is too much for me. Make me want to go to sleep. It's like, all right, okay, come me done. It's like real, like, oh, okay. Hmm. Like, this bitch not supportive at all. It's like, no, I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay. Oh, okay. Like, whew. That's it. I think I'm through for the day. Oh shit, I think I said it. I say them for tomorrow. That'll be my last solo. Girl, camera still rolling. God damn.